Hello everyone, welcome to the Pequeno pod with Señor Pequeños. If you want episodes early, bonus episodes, special guest interviews, and other perks, please consider supporting us on Patreon, which will give you all of those things for the price of one coffee cup per month. You can find us at patreon.com/pequenopod, Pequeno pod. Otherwise, enjoy this free episode, and I hope you have an awful day.
I'm not gonna wipe your mucus for you, Walter.
Those memes still confuse me so much. I just, I posted one to my story I thought was funny, and then people were like, I think you find it funny for the different reason. I was like, oh, all right, well. I had a bunch of 5-year-olds explain to me the finger meme.
Kid named Finger.
And a bunch of people DM me, and they were like, shouldn't it be Paint, the kid named Paint? And I was like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know what I'm posting.
I just post what the kids like.
I'm hip.
Yeah, I know The Simpsons, not the break.
You know how the kids always talk about The Simpsons?
Right before I got here, my dad I just remembered my dad was like, okay, you guys can follow me because we went and got lunch with my dad, and he's like, I'll just.
I thought you meant your dad had social. I thought you meant your dad had socials now.
Nope.
And I was like, where can I follow Mr. Lively?
He has Twitter.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. He just follows sports stuff on there.
pictures of my ass.
It's a good deal.
$10 with the shit still in it.
Unshaved.
Unwiped.
It's like looking at steel wool in a well.
Ew. Gross. Anyways, he's like, I'll have you guys follow me to this dog park. And my brother was just following him and didn't know that this light happened to be extremely fast. So he went through the intersection and the light was immediately red when we were at the crosswalk. So we had to slam on the brakes because a car was coming at us. And there's just a police officer just staring straight at us. And we were like,
And nothing happened?
But he didn't start staring at us until we were stopped behind the crosswalk. He was on his little computer, when we were in the middle of the intersection. So
where are the criminals?
Yeah, he never noticed. So
Brown people in my area.
True.
Oh, that's fucking good. Oh, fuck me.
He's like, did you run a red light in front of me? Doesn't matter. Okay, be back.
It's like those Google Maps where it's like my location and brown people and donuts on the way.
Would you like to add a stop?
Give me the widest donuts you have.
Give me them raw. Give me a bagel.
I don't want jelly in it. It's too dark. Put cum in it.
Mayonnaise.
Oh my gosh. Brown people in my area. Let's just end it there. It's not going to get any better than that.
See you guys.
Good night, guys. The part where she left was the best.
I know, it's I left for 30 seconds.
We ended the whole podcast.
She comes back to just herself on the Zoom screen. She's like,
Oh my god. Speaking of recording, I haven't been recording this whole time. You just reminded me to check. You're I'm sorry.
Put the gun down. What did I tell you?
you remembered we were recording while we were recording. It's so funny that I can look like this towards the camera and everyone's like, yeah, normal people. And the second I look towards the camera, everybody in our comments is like, oh my gosh, stop, it's eyes.
That's how I feel too. I feel the same way.
This is why I never look at anybody straight on. I'll be in a call and I'll be like this.
People with blue eyes waiting for you to compliment them.
Vegans when you're eating their nasty ass fake cheese macaroni and cheese.
The cops when they can't find the brown people in their area. I was gonna say follow the shell casings, but that would have been a little dark.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no!
Oh look, Phil was here. let's follow him. It's like Grimm's fairy tales, but for cops.
Look, there's crumbs.
They lead us to a crime. You get there and it's two white people. Oh, never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Nick realizing that his friendships are just like, they need to dissolve.
Hey, it wasn't me, it was the cops, dude.
Nick's like, I've never noticed how really white these people are. Holy shit. Daniel is glowing.
Lively's actually
I'm
racist.
great.
Like, it's not a bit.
Surprise, after she said women were holes, we find out, oh no.
She has controversial takes? That's crazy.
What?
In times of panic, I'm like, say something racist, say something. Oh.
What?
A majority of the people around me will agree with this, right?
No,
So just kidding. I'm joking. Oh my god. Oh.
Schrodinger's douchebag.
Right?
That's a real cough. Do you know how sad I am? Like, I'll be by myself in my apartment coughing, and I'll just say out loud, that's a good cough.
That was a good one right there. That was a good
Whitest shit you've ever heard. That was a good one.
Your neighbors are filing complaints. They're like, dude, he's clearly on drugs.
He's insane. Well, I mean, do you see the 3 giant pill bottles by the nightstand? Check this out. Check this out. I thought this was a joke. My goodness. So this is a regular size pill bottle, right? Well, like I went in because I'm still getting vertigo and stuff. This is the one they gave me. My gosh.
They want you to kill yourself.
Yeah.
I'm like, take the whole thing in one fell swoop. And I'm like, but it's full. No, just go ahead. Do it.
Just do it.
Just chug it.
Do it.
Chug it. It's one giant pill. It's just one cylinder of Epicac.
Yeah. When I would fill certain anti-nausea drugs, they come in the little, like, packets.
Wait, what? Sorry. That's disgusting
Yeah.
medication for vertigo. Where can I get some?
Where can I get some? Yeah. So
Sounds like a CVS thing.
So you can only fit like 5 in those giant like tubes, and sometimes they'd order like oh, he's going down. Sometimes they'd order like 25, and I just have to give like 5 giant like pill bottles to people, and they're like, "Oh my god, how much did you give me?" And I'm like, 2 days worth. Like, it's so sad.
You go to the pharmacy and they're like, do you have pockets?
Do you want a bag for this?
Yeah.
For the loose pills? We ran out of
We have
containers.
to charge you for the bag.
Yeah.
If you can upgrade next week, you get a barrel. Ooh.
Do they do that where you guys live? Do you get charged for bags? I didn't know if
For
that
a
was like
barrel of Valium? No.
It's free.
Wow. I was gonna say I should live. Wow.
I'm gonna sleep till the end of time.
Chicago has like a bag tax, but it's like 7 cents for a bag.
Yeah, that's
So
how
like
it
it
is
just
here.
encourages like reusable bags.
Yeah, that's how it is here.
But
too.
no, our pharmacies give us medication not in your pockets. They have the proper containers.
Dang.
Our pharmacies give us medication in metal. That's the end of the joke. Metal pill containers.
Your handcuffs.
Just an iron fist.
Yes.
With plastic straws because they hate the environment.
It's great.
Suck up your pills now.
I went to the doctor today.
Take these 100 straws, put them in the ocean.
Shove them up your nose.
And then
I
throw
went-
your nose in the ocean.
And just snorkel. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Sorry, that didn't look good. Anyway.
yeah, I was like, yeah. I was like, I've never seen anyone snorkel
Not
like
me,
that
just
before, but
siphoning your dick for air. Nothing.
yeah.
Anyway, you went to the pharmacy.
Yeah, I went to my doctor this morning, and
Ooh.
she was like, okay, well, the antibiotics didn't go through, so I'm gonna have to file like another like medical code or whatever. Even though I fill these out all the time, you'd think they would streamline it for me, but no, they reject it every time. So they're like, your options are either you can like sign up for this CanMed, like it's like some Canadian
Canned
medication.
meds.
No, it's like can, like
Cream of
Canada.
Zyrtec. Yum.
Yeah, and so she's like, you can make an account through that. It takes a while to get processed, and then you have to go across the border to get your pills, and they're more expensive than they are here. So
Wait, so hold on. She said, "Well, we don't have this on time, so your option is drive to Canada."
Go to Mexico.
well, you got to remember that I'm not that far
Smuggle
from
it.
Canada. So
Here's my contact at the cartel. Is just say hi for me. You'll get him there.
I'm like 2.5 hours
Cocaine.
from Canada. It's not very far.
2.5 hours. My goodness, that's still a long ways. 3 hours for 5 hours total for
my
pills.
doctor's appointment was an hour away, and that
Great.
wasn't
Now
far
she's
to me.
defending her doctor. Fine, go ahead. Drive the 5 hours. You fucking idiot. I don't care.
Hey, I knew people who had diabetes in high school, and they would have to go and get their insulin, like, in Canada.
From
because it's
Canada?
way cheaper. Yeah.
Oh, cheaper. Okay, well, yeah.
Because,
Wow.
like, insurances just don't cover it properly here. But, yeah, so that was what she was going to have me do. America! Yeah! But it was,
Me
like...
driving across the border with a pilot full of fucking bags of insulin.
Woo!
It's for diabetes.
Yep.
Maybe put on a list for that joke.
It's okay. I'll be below all the brown people anyway. They got a ways to go before they get to me.
Stop.
We hate the cops. Oh, sorry. Was that? What?
Have you ever seen,
That's a
like, a
good
bunch
cough.
of insulin before? Yeah, that one was nice. If you're sitting there with a bunch of insulin, it straight up smells like a barn to me.
Oh.
I think
I don't know what to do with this information.
It comes from like bovine or something, I think, or I don't know why it smells like cow, but it smells like pig or cow or something. So that to me, I don't know, but
Sounds like a fun fact for the Walmart self-checkout line.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Out loud.
Bags of insulin smell like pigs.
Into the camera.
I would just steal everything and leave.
No, you have to
Runs
scan it
out
as
with
a
the cart
line.
full. Well, I don't know if your guys' Walmarts do this, but like they'll like randomly select people to like check their receipt on the way out. Does yours do that?
Yeah.
I've definitely seen at least 5 times the random selection letting me go by and the black guy behind me like, hold on. You're like, oh, and then it's like,
You sure you're just buying apples? Like what?
so even the playing field, I turn around and yell, I have a gun, and then no one knows
Well,
what
it's
to do.
Walmart.
And then that guy gets shot.
Don't they sell guns in the back of Walmart? So why would that matter?
Do they? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I've not been to the gun part of Walmart. Sorry.
Yeah, they
in
have a
the
gun
back.
section.
Is it next to the eggs? No, I wouldn't know.
It's next to the paint.
It is. That's where mine is.
Oh
Okay,
no.
thank you. Yeah,
Oh.
thank you.
Whew, all right.
Woo, and if
Alright.
you want to like make a copy of your house key, you can do it right next to the gun
You do it
section.
all at Walmart. God
Yeah?
bless.
You can
Do
do
it
it in
all.
bullets.
America. Woo, woo.
Want to
Yeah,
paint
I
your
don't-
baby's room? Want to shoot up a school? Combine. What?
Want to shoot your baby?
Oh, you want to shoot your baby at schools? Do it. Yes.
We are just tearing into all of America today. It's been 20 minutes and we've taken down the cops, the prescription system, the healthcare, guns,
Yes. Walmart. Not the Walmart.
babies.
At my Walmart, I feel like nobody gets checked for anything. There was a point where they kind of had like a security guard like at the front because they got robbed so often.
The Walmart
And then I think
greeter.
they just kind of like, yeah, the greeter was like actually just a security guard after a while. Like they had that little like,
90-year-old.
yeah,
Put
they
that
had,
TV down.
yeah,
There they go.
like it was always some like little like scrawny dude wearing like a little safety vest thing. And I was like, because my friends, they always used to steal like booze from Walmart when we were in high school. That was what they used to do, is they would just get like a
You've
big.
got great friends, racist and stealing drugs.
Okay, snitch.
I did not say any names. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's just what everybody used to do was like they would get like one of the tall skinny bottles and they would just like shove it down their pant leg and then they would just walk out. And everybody, if they wanted to steal booze, it was from Walmart.
Everybody. Walmart, like quarterly board meeting, they're like, well, you won't believe this. We're out of alcohol. We made $0 in sales. That's weird.
Nationwide across all the stores, we made $3. Something's going on.
From Daniel.
He bought a twisted tea.
A single one.
Daniel bought a Mike's Hard lemonade. What a guy.
He drank a Mike's Hard and he saw God. It was crazy.
Then he had vertigo for 2 months, I swear to God.
That was like my friend one time, the first time he drank, he's like a huge dude. He's like 6'3" and like heavy set guy. He had 2 Mike's Hards. He threw up 7 times. He threw up 7 times. No, it was bad. Yeah, he was not having a good time. And then I had to walk him home from so we were at like a crack house. Don't ask
Let me walk
why.
you home.
But
Hold my hand.
But I was like, I have to come rescue him from this scenario. And my house is only like 5 minutes away, but it's down a hill. So because of the hill, it just made him so dizzy that he threw up like 5 separate times on the hill. And I was like,
I'm sorry. Like the difference in elevation, you mean, made him throw up?
I guess. I don't know. He was not
Never gone down before.
How fucking high is that hill?
I'll have to send
We
you
live
a
on top of
picture
Everest.
I'll have to send you a picture. It's
That
the
pussy
hill.
was nauseous at the bottom.
Stupid ears were popping the entire time. What an idiot.
It's a pretty steep hill.
Froze to death. What an idiot.
Yeah, no, he Snapchatted me out of nowhere while I was reading like a Bible study book because I was supposed to give a sermon that week, and then I was like, oh, I'm busy studying.
I'm sorry, Lively's a pastor? We missed that.
Yeah, I was a youth. I was an intern at the church for the pastor, and I was.
Huh.
And I was.
We've run out of men. Give her a microphone.
Yeah, and my sermon was on Lazarus. So
Give their child a microphone.
Yeah. And my friend was like, "Hey, so your friend is here, and I'm really drunk, and we're at a crack house, and we're gonna need you to like come rescue us." And I was like, let me put down the Bible. Yeah, I was like, okay.
No, take the Bible with you. What are you talking about?
I actually did. I think I have a video of it where it's me zooming in on this one part of like the little like Bible study like notes where it's like in cahoots with Satan is the quote, and then my friend like vaping really hard in the background, and then the other one like on with his face on a skateboard like just skating into the floor, and I was like, yes.
Oh, you must be where I got that sticker from. So I have a Snapchat sticker. You know, like you can like use this the snippers tool and like make your own stickers. I have one that just
tool. Scissors. What is this? The 50s?
Urkala holding the snippers, cutting out those coupons.
I'm sorry.
And I don't remember what I was saying, to be honest.
I don't know what your sticker was.
I have a sticker that just says "Cahoots with Satan," like it's cut out from a book page.
That's
I was like, "Where did I get that?" Yeah, it must have been from you. That's so funny.
Yeah,
I've not had an occasion to use it yet, but
you're like, "Hey guys, check this out."
This says Satan on it. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Get that away
Please
from
set
me.
him on fire.
It's me alone in a back pew burning. Don't mind the smell. Not as bad as my insulin. Tell you what, that smells like bovine. What is this guy talking about? She's the intern, Pastor. Don't worry about her.
She's the backup. I was on the payroll for the church, surprisingly.
What is? I've always wondered how much a church like pays. I've never Googled it. Like, how was it?
2 pennies.
I made like $25.
$100.
$100.
You flip you a
That's
quarter
pretty
after you're
much.
done talking for 2 hours. There you go, kid.
There you go.
Go see
buy
a
yourself
Star Wars.
some hard candy. Oh boy.
Go buy yourself a Lucky Charm.
Oh boy.
All right.
Yeah. No, it was like $2,500, $2,800 a month.
What?
I'm gonna be a pastor.
That was.
I guess I'm gonna be a pastor.
Intern.
Why am I not a oh, well, okay.
You gotta be a good person.
Way more than that.
Yeah. Whoops.
My pastor, he cussed out my friend's mom, like, at the old person home that she worked
And
at.
that's why you replaced him.
At the old person home? Goodness gracious.
So like, he called and was like, what are your, like, we're coming in, and then she's like, oh, like, it's not our visiting hours right now, and he just started cussing her out, and he has a very distinct voice, so he started out as a radio DJ, and I think he just likes the sound of his voice so much that he wanted to become a pastor, not because he cared about religion or the Bible or anything. He just likes speaking in front of people, and he's got like a good morning, Cornerstone. Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna talk about
Good morning, USA.
Yeah, that's like how he sounds.
Be
That's how he sounds, man.
You motherfucker! Let me in that room right now.
Yeah.
That's Pastor John.
How do you know his name?
Is that his name? You mean I just picked the most basic ass white name and that happened to be it?
Pastor Paul.
Not insulting your father. Sorry.
Father. Yeah, why'd my parents
Fad.
name me and my brother like the anglicized versions of our names? They're so boring. My dad knows that there's no like J in Italian. Like my mom's name starts with a G, so like they were gonna do that, but then they were like, they're gonna mispronounce their names. Yeah, that's what they thought they were gonna pronounce my name like.
I love me some ghoul.
We're not putting a ghoul in her name. No.
And then my brother's name was originally Gianni D'Angelo. Like that was like gonna be his name, and they
Whoa.
And then they just went with
painting
John.
chapels with that fucking name. Jeez.
Yeah. And they just and then they were like, let's go with John. I was like, bruh. Named after
man, that's
my
quite the
grandfather.
transition. Goodness.
Well, yeah, because it was like my family, my mom's family came from Italy, and like people like
Really?
shit on them a lot. So like, really, they did? Yeah, but you know, like they got made fun of a lot for like their names and stuff.
Okay.
So I think that's why. Also, because my grandma was illiterate and didn't know how to spell her name on the birth certificate. What, bread grandma? Yeah.
On the death certificate? What?
A birth certificate of my aunt?
Oh. I was
Yeah,
like, she couldn't spell her name on the death certificate. Something's...
Who died?
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know who.
Like, should I put my name here?
Hey, my grandma did have a stillborn, her one son. So,
Fuck me.
one of them did die.
Oh. Relaxed comedy, you say.
Relaxed.
That's gonna be our shirt.
Sorry.
Relaxed comedy with quotes around it, and on the back it says, "My grandma had a stillborn."
Imagine wearing that in public. People would be like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, this is a Subway. Get out of here.
Leave. What do you think their tuna fish is made out of? Golly.
Stillborns? What?
Wait, I was so lost.
I missed something.
What is that transition to?
Yeah.
I think that tuna's made of.
You know what they put in that fish?
Yeah, it's not tuna.
Babies.
Babies. That was exactly what I was implying.
Listen, lady, get away from me. I'm just trying to buy my apples at Walmart. You lunatic.
You're gonna be the perfect bird woman when you're 90.
I
You know what they put in the tuna?
That was me when I went to Vancouver. Like, there's this big clock that everybody was standing around, and they were sitting there.
People.
No. No, they were sitting there staring. There's like this big clock that everybody was standing around and like
Big
taking
Ben.
pictures of, and like
You were in the UK.
No, everybody was. It's like every 15 minutes it makes like a little chime and then goes like toot toot and steam comes out, and then like I was like, why are people standing around this? And I was only standing around it because I was waiting for my table in a restaurant that was like 2 doors down from the clock. So like I was talking to my brother and I was like, why are all these people so into this clock? Do they know that it's not even a real steam clock? Because everybody was like, oh, it's the last steam clock, like it's the last working steam clock. And I was like, no, I read on the Vancouver website that a lot of people don't know that in the 70s it was just replaced by batteries. And then an old man walked by me and was like, oh, and my brother was like, you just ruined his sense of wonder, you bitch.
And he
I was
died right there on the spot.
And then he tapped his wife.
You're telling me this clock is in steam?
Yeah. He's like, honey, did you hear that? It's fake. And like everybody around him was like,
Then
what?
the old lady croaked.
Yeah. And then
Elizabeth, Big Ben is fake.
it was.
She explodes.
Oh my god, it was the day before Queen Elizabeth's Day of Mourning in Canada. Yeah, and then the old guy
It
was
was a
like,
fun Tuesday.
yeah, she's like, you hear that? And then like all these people around her were just like, wait, it's not actually powered by steam? Why
Juliana
is it
started a
doing
fucking
this?
riot
And I
at
was
the
like-
steam clock.
and I was like,
She
oh,
literally
shit.
said, Juliana said under her breath, she's like, that's not real. And everyone, that's not real. The clock's
Whoa,
not real.
whoa,
Like,
whoa.
There's no steam in the clock. They're like kicking it down, setting it on fire.
I mean, there's steam in it. It's just not steam powered. It's battery operated.
It's a Canadian dude vaping. In the
Yeah, he's like, every 15
Vaping
minutes.
really hard.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. 12 o'clock.
That's me, man. 12 o'clock. I get it. It's 4 in the afternoon, you idiot.
And then my table was ready and I just left, so.
She left as the crowd started picking up pitchforks and tearing it down.
They should.
Hey, whoa. We're not starting riots or anything here. Trump's listening like, I like this podcast.
No.
I'm gonna be a Patreon.
I'm gonna be a Patreon. Please support
Wait,
me.
probably the $5 patron, okay? I don't have a lot of money.
Do you remember that one picture of like, I don't know if it was Eric or Donald Trump Jr., but they went to like Sonic or something, and they had a little water cup and they filled it with like lemonade. It's like, dude, you're a billionaire. What are you
You're
on?
a billionaire.
How do you think I
Scamming
got
the
to be a
system.
millionaire?
Exactly. I was like,
Lemonade at Sonic.
you gotta scam the system, baby. You know
It
what?
worked out very well, obviously.
My family friend's sister, like, speaking of scamming the system, his sister, like, she's on disability for the government. Like, she's not actually disabled.
boy.
She just wanted, like, weed before it was legalized, like, you know, cannabis. So she pretended
Dude.
that she had back pain.
I mean, she
And-
can't walk, but I mean, you know, whatever.
No, she's fully able-bodied, and so she pretends like she has severe back pain. And that was to get like a medical marijuana card before it was legalized, but now it's all legal here, so it doesn't really matter. But she continued to stay on disability, so she wouldn't have to work. So she was just getting money from disability, and she's working under the table. She makes a bunch of money from working under the table. She hasn't paid taxes in 15 years, and she just went on an all expenses paid trip to Hawaii last week for 7 days and
she
stayed in the
wanted
Four
weed.
Seasons. Yeah, she stayed in the Four Seasons on the government's dime, baby. So that's what you know, you gotta scam the system
No,
to
that's like illegal.
yeah, I know. She's just been doing illegal stuff for so long. Like, people have reported her, and
Yeah,
she just,
15 years.
yeah, she's like
they've reported her. Nothing's happened.
she's like a mega Karen, so she'll just like yell at people. So, and they'll be like, okay, take the money, whatever.
Okay,
Hey, don't pay
okay,
your taxes. Sorry.
Don't pay your taxes for 15 years. Goodness gracious. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's crazy.
It's good to know that I stress about paying my taxes every year, and she's like, what? Haven't done that since children could drive. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, like, how to file TikTok shit as taxes, and she's like, I'm going on a cruise for
I
weed,
haven't
my
paid
guy.
taxes since Boom Boom Pow was on the radio.
Pretty much.
I love the
And
Black
that's when
Eyed
I was
Peas.
inspired to never pay taxes again.
The Black Eyed Peas.
Well, what she did was, like, she's married, like, 5 guys, and, like, every time she gets
The
married...
restaurant?
Oh, shit! Yeah, she's
Yo,
getting
this
money.
girl married a burger. I'm
This
sorry,
lady
is stupid
married a
anyway,
bird,
go on.
that's crazy.
I
She
don't
gets
taste
m-
Five Guys in here. Dwayne
She
The Rock
got money
Johnson
from,
sound.
like, all of them, so... Yeah.
She killed them all?
No, I don't know, she, like, when they got...
You don't
divorced-
know.
I don't know
Oh,
how...
they just disappeared.
They did all die. Oh, well, anyway.
No, I don't know what happens with them. She's just with one guy at one point, and then the next month she's like with a different guy, and she's convinced 5 of them to marry her. So.
This person full on murdering people, not paying taxes. What the
Going
fuck?
to Hawaii.
Going to Hawaii?
Loving the black-eyed peas.
I can't even find time to drop off my stool sample. What the fuck?
They're a monster.
This asshole. Jeez.
Yeah, she treats all her dogs like shit too. Animal abuser. She won't feed them for like 3 days.
Dude, it doesn't get better. It just
doesn't.
gets worse.
It just gets worse.
5
And
minutes
the
later, she's like,
government's
yeah, and she kicks babies.
Yeah, and like, and then the government's like, here's money. And I'm like, how are people who are good people struggling so much, and then the worst people just like benefit the most from the system? It's so...
And wait, and who is this to you? This is your aunt?
Oh no, my godparents' sister.
I've never understood godparents. I mean, isn't it just like you're creating an uncle? Like,
Yeah.
is there more to it than that?
What? Creating an uncle. It's like you kind of take like an oath to be chemical
I'm gonna make an uncle
X.
so big.
Ew.
What? What did you think? I just meant really tall.
Oh.
Oh,
Huh?
I don't know what Daniel's uncles do to him, but
Ew! I hate my big uncles.
Did we all smoke before coming on here? Goodness. This is hilarious. Sorry, back to your uncle. What are we talking
no,
about?
I was just gonna say a godparent is basically you just taking on the responsibility that if your friend dies, you're gonna watch their kids forever.
Oh, that's what it is. I didn't know that. So Harry's godparent is a dick, because he never did that. Sorry.
Oh, Harry's god, yeah. I don't know,
Harry
is he
Potter.
religious? Was he religious? I don't know, because...
Oh, I don't know. At the wizard school?
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't she say like Dumbledore had like long wet foreskin or something too?
That was a meme.
No
Yeah.
way.
That
No,
was
that's
a good...
real.
Okay, that was a meme.
No, it's real.
Dumbledore actually has that.
I'm
Google
not-
it and you'll see her tweet about it.
Dumbledore's long, thick foreskin.
Wet.
Oh, yeah, sorry, wet. Yeah, see, I get a different result. The
I have no
Pope.
idea if that's real or not. I'm never gonna look that up.
Put it in the group chat. Poor night, poor night.
Yeah, yeah, like 3 days after I sent you those photos, you're like, oh, I missed these. And I was like, I specifically sent these for you. I don't want to
Where
look
did
at
I
them.
respond to you? I responded in a public place. Where was it? I was like, I'm literally looking at these on the train.
You were
I
on the
think, or
train,
something.
yeah. When there were the children with like no like headphones in, and I was like, dude, you're looking at those right now.
Yeah. Look at this kid.
Check this out.
Today you're gonna be a man.
Two boob.
He grows up and realizes most boobs aren't tubular. He's like, what the fuck?
What was that guy about? What's all this then?
That guy was saying there was glass in him and everything. This is not what I pictured.
This is where you get milk from, kid. Check it out.
Just the tube ones. Oh, yeah, it is.
No.
You lap it up right there and then. It's like, sorry.
Oh my. Ah!
It's like telescoping
He's
a Pringles
eating
can.
a hoagie. He's eating a hoagie.
Yeah, that's how you eat your hoagie?
Yeah.
Twist it into another dimension.
So that the
Lettuce
cheese
going
doesn't
everywhere.
fall out.
The meat is on the outside and the bread's on the inside. Whoa.
That meme where it's like you haven't finished eating your witch sand, and it's like the inside out sandwich. It's like. What are in your notes, Daniel?
Well, I saw that you put one. You said your brother got stuck in the back rooms.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great story, Juliana. Thanks a lot. Fucking dude.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Crazy note, my guy. Anyway,
Did I tell you?
SeatGeek is for you guys with 5% off.
It was the day I went to Salmon Days. I didn't. Did I not tell
To
you guys
what?
about that?
7 days.
What
Just
the-
Washingtonian things.
What
Is it a day of fish?
Huh?
you know when the salmon are like spawning, you know, when they're coming upstream, you know when they come from the
I wake
ocean?
up when the salmon spawn next to me, like, it's salmon day.
Get out of the bed.
Get out of here.
It's like a whole festival.
12-pound fish flopping in my tiny one-person sink.
It's like a whole festival dedicated to salmon. You know,
No, I don't know.
They basically just have like, you know, food tents and stuff, and
It's
they're
all
like,
salmon.
no, they had one where it was like, shoot, what was it called?
Trout.
No, it was like,
Baby tuna.
Pig insulin.
No.
Moo.
It's the wrong noise.
It's the wrong. Why'd you say pig and moo?
That's what you chose. That's what you chose to fact.
Start mooing.
That's what you chose to fact check in that statement. What's the fucking animal sound? Oh, my stomach. Oh. Sorry for that. I just came. Anyway.
I know, right? I was like, are you okay?
He's like biting his lip.
I know. I'm like,
It's bleeding. Just gurgling.
no.
Anyway, continue. What were they serving at the Salmon Fest?
They were, they have a salmon dinner. They have all this,
A
surprise.
salmon lunch.
Yeah, it was the salmon.
You'll never
lunch.
get this. A salmon dinner.
Dinner. Yeah, it was like, I don't know. Like,
This is conveniently we lost all of our patrons after this episode. Not because they left, they all killed themselves.
And my parents were like, yeah, we're gonna go to this Daniel.
Deep
Huh?
throating the bottle.
I know, I'm like, huh?
Whoa.
Let me swallow, please.
Oh my. Anyways, at this festival was the
So
band.
you were eating
Yes.
salmon breakfast. Continue.
You just interrupted her. Sorry.
You ever hear that band?
What?
The band, Yes.
There's a band called Yes that plays.
Yeah,
at
I
the
just
Salmon
learned.
Days.
Yeah, I just learned that when I went to the Salmon Days. I was like, isn't this like a real band? And they were just playing at this little festival.
Salmon. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Like there was a booth with like a bunch of samples, and I was like, they spelt that wrong.
Salmon.
Yeah, and it was like, anyway, I was like, they spelt that wrong, and it was like how salmon is spelled, and I was like, samples? Why'd they spell it like samples? And my brother was like,
You're
because
actually dumb.
yeah, my brother was like, because it's salmon days, and I was like,
Samples? That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Samples.
I was like,
That's not right.
Yeah, I was like, they spelled samples wrong. What idiots? And,
She's
Hey.
pissing on the sign.
and then they had the Cantonese throat singers. They had some
Cool.
A
of those
staple
people.
to Salmon Day.
Yeah, right next to the vegan cookie.
You know what makes me
samples.
think of salmon?
Throat singing.
Cantonese throat singing. Jim, shut up. But yes,
Yes.
book them. It's cool.
Okay, so like I walked over to where my parents were because they're like, oh, the band Yes is playing. They're famous, and I was like, what? And then they just started like singing when me and my brother walked up, and they were like, owner of the lonely hearts, and I was like, they do that song? And then you know that song where it's like the JoJo meme where it's like to be continued. And it's like, you know the one, you know
I
the
know
one,
it,
Nick.
I know it.
You know the one. It's like brown
You
and
could have asked me if I know it. It's
I'm not gonna ask you.
okay.
Do you know what's JoJo? What
I don't
what
know.
JoJo am I referring to?
I'm kidding. I don't know.
What?
Jojo
Jojo
Siwa.
Powerpuff Girls.
Jojo Siwa. Bizarre Adventure. Yeah.
Yes,
Someone had
that
an
one.
adventure.
Yeah, that's right. You got it.
Very
You got
bizarre.
it. Yeah, so I just like walked up to where my parents were, and there were a bunch of like stony baloney like dudes in their 60s like listening to the band, and they were like, yeah, and I was like, why is this band here? And then I guess one of the members, either one of the members or like their best friend like died, and they lived in that neighborhood, and they were doing a tribute to them, so that was why
At
a
Salmon
famous
Days,
band was,
perfect time.
yeah. Yeah,
Perfect way to remember.
yeah.
Bill really
very-
reminded us of a fish's asshole, so here we are, honoring his death.
Don't.
Anyway, the samples are right there. That's not how you spell. Shut the
Yes,
fuck up, lady.
I'm so stupid. And then we were leaving. The festival was over. The band finished their last song, and then we were like, let's go get dinner now. And then somebody
Free
called my
salmon wasn't enough.
we missed the free salmon.
How? It's around every corner. It sounds
It's like no.
Anywhere you look, it's on the floor.
No, it was the road.
We're walking on salmon. These aren't rocks.
I was
Damn it to hell.
You're actually
Janice, I didn't bring my fish shoes.
You said they're appearing.
They actually do have like the little salmon runs, like the little, the little ladders
Salmons
over
have
there.
runs? Ew.
And so we were leaving, and my dad gets a call. So this town that they're having salmon days in is like one town away from where my dad works, luckily. So they were like, Floyd, we have a bit of an issue. We're gonna need you to come in here. And he's like, can you guys handle it? And they're like, well, like, the toilet is flooding on the 3rd floor, and it's so flooded that it's going to the
There's so many
second.
salmon in there.
There's so much salmon shit everywhere.
That it's going to the 2nd floor, and my dad was like,
Oh.
the 3rd floor, the bathroom that's in that empty corridor by the podiatrist that nobody uses, that had a sign on it that said "Don't use," and then they were like, "Yes, someone used it," and my dad was like, "Are you shitting me?" And they're like, no,
And then
the
World
shit
War
is
II
all
started.
over. Yeah, and they're like, no, the shit is all over the floor right now. And so my dad had to go and get like a wet vac thing and like try to fix like this thing of
I'm
toilets.
sorry.
And
A wet vac was going to solve a floor and a half of flooded salmon
no,
shit?
that's what the
Wet vac, more like wet sack of shit.
no, that's what the custodial
Mike
staff.
Dyson isn't working.
No,
Too many tarts in it.
the custodial staff had to clean up all the shit. My dad just had to like suck up enough that he could put on the little rubbers and walk and like walk through the water to get to the toilets. So, and then he had to do, because he's a maintenance guy, then he had to do maintenance on the toilets. And then, so...
I don't like that you use this motion as if...
Because he was wading
he's in a
through...
sea of this.
He was wading through the... Yeah, they put
Ew,
on, like,
really?
these rubber... They put on these rubber, like, pant things. Yeah, it happens.
Ew.
But how high was it?
What do you mean it happens?
It was, like, mid-calf.
Oh.
That was after he used the
And
wet
the
vac.
solution... Oh, that was after the wet vac.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
there was more.
So yeah, there was much more.
And he sucked it up.
Yeah, so my dad was
Bare
like,
mouth.
my dad was like, "Welp, this is gonna be a while. So why don't you guys just go get dinner and pick me up something and pick me
some
back up
salmon."
here? Yeah, bring me some salmon. No, we got ramen. So
Different men word.
different men. Yeah, and then so we pull up to Bellevue. It's this schmancy area. We're like, okay, everything is too expensive here. What's something cheap? Ramen, baby. So we're looking for a place to park. Parking everywhere is like $15, and I'm like, why? There are no parking stalls anywhere. We can't find any parking, so we end up just going into a parking garage. We're like, okay, we have 1 hour here, and it costs $5. But if we're 1 minute late, then it's an added $7. So we're like, okay, it's not going to take us long to eat ramen. We'll just hop out of here. We finish our meal. Delicious, we come back, and at this point, it says, like, no entry from street. And we were like where the garage is, and we were like, scritchy, where do we go? And so, my brother was, like, searching the area, and I was like, oh, John, it's right down here. And there were, like, a flight of stairs going up and a flight of stairs going down. But my brother walked all the way to the opposite side of the street, and I just yelled to him and said, it's over by these stairs. So he didn't see if I went up or down. So I went down, and my mom was like, oh shit, all of these are locked, and she's sitting there like grumpy, and she's like, we're gonna have to pay the extra $7. And then, no, I grabbed it, and it was immediately unlocked, and I was like, it's fine, Mom. I went in, and then we're like, John? And it's been 5 minutes, and John, who was right behind us, is nowhere to be seen. And we're like, John? And I'm calling him, and all of his calls just go straight to voicemail, and I'm like, John? And then the car starts honking, because he has the keys, so we can't even get into the fucking car. And so we're like, is he trying to communicate with us? Like, is he honking, like, yes for no? Like, we're like, John, we can hear you. And every time it honks, we're like, John, can you hear us? And it's like, honk, honk. And I'm like, okay, he can hear us. Where the fuck is he? And I was like, oh my god, it's like Stranger Things. He's trapped in the upside down right now. And my mom's like, my son! And then, like, after
turned into a car.
Yeah. Yeah, so
We're
after
so stupid. Sorry.
after 15 minutes, John answers the phone.
50 minutes?
15.
Still.
After 15 minutes of me calling him nonstop, he finally answers the phone. And he finally gets connection, and all I hear is and I'm like, John! And I swear to God, he just got jumped. And he's like, I don't know what's happening, but what floor were you guys on again? And we're like, 2. And he's like, I'm on 5. I didn't even know this building had 5 parking garage stalls. And we were like, John? And we're like, what's happening? So we're like, just keep following the sound of the car honking. We thought you were trying to communicate. And he's like, no, the car honking was for me to try to, like, use echolocation to, like, hear where it was. And we were like,
how did he get so far away you couldn't hear a
shit.
car horn? What the
I
fuck?
don't know where he went, but he was trapped. There were no cars in this parking lot. No cars at all on this floor he was in. He went up those stairs instead of going down. So he was like, oh, okay, we must have been down, right? Because he was on floor 2. And he's like, so I'll go down, and that means it'll be a lower floor, right? And so then he went down, and it's like, you're now on floor 1. And he's like, okay, I'll go back to street level and then go up. And then he went up, and it was like, you're now on floor 2. And he was like, but this is not the floor 2 I was just on. This is a different floor 2. So instead of going down, he went up. And he was like, okay, so this should be level.
I'll hit 2 again.
Yeah. He's like, so this one has to be level 3. And
Doors
so he
open. Oh, it's hell. That's nice.
Yeah,
okay,
no.
well.
So then he went up, and it also said floor 1. After when he went down, it said floor 1,
Dude,
and he was
went
like,
to like a parallel universe.
yes, that's
No
like
kidding. Where is this place? We need to go
what
back.
he said. That's exactly what he was saying, and he's like, so instead of just like walking out and using the stairs, I literally just like walked the ramps on the in the middle of the parking garage until I found where this was. And so he's like, I basically just walked a mile within this time. That's why I'm all out of breath. And then he gets in the car, and we make it with 2 minutes to spare, baby. We didn't have to pay the extra $7.
Yeah, worth it to travel to another fucking dimension to not pay $7 fucking dollars and run a mile. What kind of logic is that?
Why didn't John just follow us? Why did he try to go and take a different route?
It's just imagine you're stuck in this hell as well, and you're looking around, and you just see John running at full speed down this emptied parking garage, down the ramp towards you.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Oh my god, where am I? Yeah, so I was like, where did John go? And then, like, I was like, I'm pretty sure he got stuck in the back rooms. Because he was like, dude, I went down this corridor. He sent me a Snapchat of the corridor. It was just a hallway that was, like, 50 feet long. And it had, like, one light.
At the parking garage?
Yeah. And it had one light in the middle, and he's like, did I just enter, like, a maintenance area? So, it was just a really long
the 50-foot maintenance hallway.
Yeah, it was, like, one of those stereotypical...
He actually, like, left.
Yes!
He left Earth.
Yes!
What, did you save the Snapchat?
No. I should.
The most interesting thing you'll ever get. You send us pictures of your turds, and we don't get one of the back rooms. The only proof of the fucking back rooms. Damn it, Juliana.
It was a really long hallway with one light on, and it was like a really dim light in the middle. And he just walked down it, and he was like, "This must be where the garage opens to." And it did open to the garage, but it opened to that weird like
To the salmon
second-
garage.
Yeah, to the second level one, where it was like, if you go down, then it's 1. If you go up, it's still 1. It was that one. So that was where that hallway led to. So...
Nice.
Yes.
Well, okay. Why do these things always happen to you?
That wasn't me that time.
We joked about Stranger Things, but you are living in the Upside Down. Your house is oozing black tar. There's wasps. John gets stuck in the back rooms. Your furniture and everything is constantly shifting.
It's floating.
Your mom's a bitch. It's all Stranger Things. I'm just kidding.
Stop.
My mom was not concerned about John not being there. She was concerned
I know
about
she wasn't.
paying the extra $7.
That is absolutely terrifying, but for some reason, I want to go there now.
Yes.
Is that weird?
Let's investigate.
I want to explore. Yeah, get some cameras and...
It's right next to the Maggiano's I threw up in.
Oh, I know where that is.
So?
Landmark on Google Maps.
If I ever go there, I am going to ask the server, I'm like, is this the one where Juliana threw up in? They're like,
What?
What? So I had my brain MRI. Do you remember? I wrote it down on here, but I don't... Has it been that long since we talked? Because I don't think I had the brain MRI. I think I was having it the next day.
I think you had it the next day. I think you went...
Because that's how we ended the episode.
We ended it and you were like, this might be the last time. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
We're like,
yeah, and then,
what?
like, I might die.
Oh, by the way, shout out. We had our highest downloads in a week from release this past
Ooh.
episode. Yeah. And I finally got a fucking good edit. It's been like 8 now, and they were like, okay, but like I hadn't hit one that went over 10K, but finally did.
Which one was it?
That's all yesterday. So it was the one where we talk about men on the beach. So
Oh.
that's good. No, I'm glad that one, because it's the one time we're ever going to sound smart about anything.
That's because you
Literally-
only use... The highlights you use is when we're like, oh, that's like all... That's all you can hear is like...
Because they're funny.
Because they're funny.
The next ones are going to be poop and salmon related.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, the top comment on that TikTok is the most sane part of your episode.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm glad that people listen. Literally, the next one I posted was today's where we're talking about tubular boobs. So
Yeah, true.
that was the follow-up to our fist against misogyny.
What if they're like, these are respectable young men, and they scroll over one.
Booby,
Ever heard of
booby.
tubular boobs? And we're like, these idiots.
Naked in the group chat.
That's what I titled it. I said naked in the group chat with the boys.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Hilarious. No, but so I did have the MRI because when I was on for the last episode, I had tried it and they failed, right?
Yeah, that was what happened.
Yeah,
The day
that's what
of, you
happened.
were like, well, they stuck me 47 times, and I almost bled out, so we decided to give up
I don't
so I could
complain
film
like
this
that.
episode. And I was like, damn,
I'm
dedication
never
to the
complaining
episode.
again.
Man, you have very little baby veins.
And I told them that
Gosh.
she went into fucking overdrive because she was like, we're gonna go get. Did I tell you this? She was like, we're gonna
Yeah,
go get the. No, she was
a
like,
woodpecker on his...
I can hear it.
blood just spurting into your ear.
It's just
and you're
spurting
like,
out. She just has like a pitcher, like a lemonade pitcher, just catching it. I got some. You can seal that up now. I'm like, trying to put my hand over a fire hose.
Uh-huh. Have you ever seen people who get gauges in their cheeks? Does water
No,
come
anyway.
out of those when they drink? Okay,
I think
continue.
so.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
Continue. All right, that's the end.
I don't know what I was saying.
You
no,
got your MRI.
Oh, she was gonna pull out an ultrasound machine to look for veins. Did I tell you that?
What?
I was like, there's a baby in there? Like, I've never heard it.
Ultrasound.
I've been getting infusions every month for 6-7 years now. Never has anyone ever been like, we need an ultrasound for this. I was like, oh, something's wrong. I need to get out of here. This is not the doctor's office. This is an alley.
How'd I get in here?
Well, she missed it the first time naturally.
Look, they're
and then
taking the COVID vaccine in that alley.
Yeah, and
So many people are taking the COVID vaccine and taking little naps.
I want one. But this next thing she used was this thing that shines on your arm to show them where
A
the
light.
veins are, as if you can't fucking see them. Like, so that was interesting. Anyway, so I did have the MRI the day after we recorded. I was so nervous. I was more nervous than the last time because it already had failed. And like I was like doing breathing exercises and trying to like calm down my heart rate and all this stuff. And I went to the downtown like Barnes Jewish instead of like the one that was like outside of town or whatever. So I was like, this will be good because this is the one where they deal with a lot of shit. And I like told the woman about my veins, and she was like, well, we'll see what we can do. And I was like, that's a great answer, because I get tired of like the kind of insulting answers where like, oh, it's gonna be just fine, we're gonna get it right away. And I'm like, you're not getting shit.
Liar.
Like I know immediately. Papa's a liar. But no. You lie like Papa. Blood spurting out of my hand.
Needles.
That was funny because Juliana's head was the only thing coming out of that, so she was like. Anyway, so I went in. It was so much prep. Like, there was a front desk you go to that you check in, then you check into the actual desk in another room, then you check into the dressing thing, then you check into the secondary, third, tertiary waiting room, and then it's time. And I'm like, I am in a back room at this point.
Check-in?
Well, so she got me on the first stick. It was the quickest I think I've ever had, like ever. It was incredible.
That's what she said.
Well, it was what she said. Anyway, so I knew she was serious because once I told her about the veins, and she was like, "Well, we'll see what we can do." She was like, "Do you mind if I shave your arm?" And I was like, "No." So yeah, so she shaved a part of my.
It's not like, even the area; it's just like all over.
This is my penis. Why are you?
She's like, "That's where your veins are the biggest. Whip it out."
You're not wrong there.
Whip it out.
She's like, I'm gonna need you to get a boner for this MRI. And he's like, hey, you're the one that wanted me to get the veins, whatever. It's not my problem. And so, anyway, we're gonna need to warm it up a little bit.
Yeah, when they smack your arm.
Stop. I know. Yes. Yeah. I hate that. It gives me PTSD.
But on your penis.
Nice.
Not there.
Nice. Now
anyway,
it's okay.
So she buzzed part of my arm, and it was really noticeable because I mean, she just went like, and like I was like, well, now we can see my muscle like beneath the skin.
Oh,
that was a knife. That wasn't a shaver. No, but she buzzed part of the arm. She got it immediately. It was really good, but I was still like really nervous because I've had people get my veins and then they like slip out. Yeesh. Ugh, it's so disgusting. And then there's like blood and bubbles and bruises, and it's nasty. Anyway, so I go in. So I'm like delicately holding my arm out, because they got it in me and they have the knob on it. I'm like, she's like, you can walk normally with that. I'm like, everyone get away from me. I'm going for an MRI.
No, I cannot.
No, I cannot.
Stay back.
I was so nervous.
Stay back.
And there's with the MRIs, I've had several MRIs, but each time I'm sitting there midway through it, I'm like, did I forget about a piece of metal in my eye or something? Like, is this the day my eye's gonna rip out of my skull or something? Like,
you have one metal tooth, and when they put you in there, it's like putting a fork in a microwave.
Right.
And you're like,
yeah.
Ding! And it's like,
it's disgusting. It just shoots out of your mouth.
Lightning coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Ooh, the tooth fairy would come and give me glitter.
The tooth fairy will what?
Will come glitter.
One of my favorite pictures, really quick, as you reminded me, there's a picture on, like, Reddit, and it was like, why are my SpaghettiOs making lightning? And it's just a whole can, like a whole can of SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, the metal tin can. Yeah.
In a microwave, and you just see, like, bolts coming out of it.
Oh, yes.
I need that. That's so funny. That reminded me, Juliana did send a link for, what is it, Mudborn? Who is it?
Mudbone?
OG Mudbone?
Mudbone, yeah. I did watch that, not on the train. That was... Wow. That was horrifying. I never thought you could disgust porn stars, but... There we were.
The girl's just like...
Why was he so mean on top of all that? Goodness.
Get back here. Shut up.
That wasn't very nice.
Well, I mean, if you're going to come a whole
like,
bucket in her face, maybe be kind or something. Goodness.
He's just like screaming bloody murder. I'm like, oh my god.
I can't... How is that real?
He's losing all the fluid in his body.
Yeah, you weren't joking.
He deflates afterwards.
I think he died.
Ugh. Okay, in real life he died?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not surprised. Goodness, it sucked all the water out of his cells. Just diverted all the wet in his body to that.
Isn't it crazy that they just put like tarps over all the furniture, like in the studio or whatever?
Oh,
because they knew?
I wasn't looking at the furniture in the porn. Okay, sorry.
That's
Well,
a
it's
nice lamp.
Yeah, you know, it's like straight up like a
My
sofa.
grandma has one like that.
Yeah, it's like a sofa like covered in saran wrap, and I'm like, I wonder what's gonna happen.
Ew. They have the room. Wouldn't you be terrified being the porn star in that situation? You walk in and everything's saran wrapped. You're like, it's Dexter. I'm gonna get murdered right here, right now. And then you get done with the video and you're like, I think I would have rather been murdered by Dexter.
You're like, this is worse. This is worse.
This is worse. This is
They
genuinely worse.
They give the girl a poncho when she walks in, and they're like, "You've now entered the
Splash
splash
zone."
zone."
I didn't watch the whole thing, so if that was somewhere in there,
No, that
whoopsie
didn't
daisy.
happen.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, so the brain MRI. So the MRI went well. But then
That's what I was
afterwards-
thinking about the whole time, and they
Yeah,
could
yeah.
see it projected on the MRI.
they were like,
Screaming.
do you have something metal in your penis? It's pulling towards the. No, it's just a boner. Oh.
Oh,
All right then. Anyway,
okay.
he was like, "What music do you want?" And I was like, "You can play anything." I was like, "Anything except country."
OG Mudbone screams for 10 hours.
Compilation.
Oh yeah, you said one of them was like a meme scream. I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I didn't hear one. I was like, "Oh, I recognize that."
Yeah, no, there's one iconic one.
Yeah.
Send me the meme version. I don't want the actual
Alright.
from the version.
Send me
but
the meme.
Not fun. They did find. Did I tell you this? They found something incidental, and I have to ask her like what it means, because she kind of tossed it off haphazardly, and I was like, that's not haphazard. But she was like, oh, you have a Chiari 1 malformation in the back of your skull, but that doesn't cause vertigo. And I was like, but does it cause anything else? Like, excuse me. And so like she was
Maybe.
like, she was like, well, you're not experiencing symptoms, so. And I was like, what are the symptoms? She was like, oh, it can range from migraines to losing
death.
your speech patterns. And I was like, huh? And not being able
And
to
then
walk
Daniel
was one of
stops
them.
speaking immediately. He's like,
You have it. And she like throws me back in. Now, I was like terrified. And so basically she basically said there's something like there's a malformation in the back of your skull that is pinching this cerebellum, as if I know what that part of the fucking brain does. Just say brain. Not like I fucking know. Brain go squishy. But like, yeah. And apparently like how bad it's like squeezing can make the stuff worse. But she was like, well, the standard is like 5 is like the max it should be, and yours is like 6, so it's not that bad. And I was like, that sounds, it's a fifth outside the line, 20%. So anyway,
squeezing any part of your brain sounds just
Not
not
good.
healthy. Yeah, yeah.
and she was a really good neurologist, so I trust her. But I just don't think she realized that like the way she said that made it sound insane. But so I'm going to meet with her and like talk about it a little bit more, because I was like, me have big brain too big? And she's like, yeah, that's it. Now get out of here and die, okay?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wasn't the
No,
assistant to the mayor in Powerpuff Girls named like Sarah Bellum? When he's like, Miss
I don't
Bellum,
fucking
like the mayor, he's like, Miss
I never even
Bellum.
picked that up, was it?
Was it? Question mark. Anyways,
Cerebellum? I never knew that. Well, but so I don't know if it was coincidence or not. I mean, basically this, like, she was like, well, symptoms of this are like feeling a tightness in the back of the head. It's like, yeah, you mean from the brain being squeezed? Okay. But like I told the ENT a week previous to that appointment that I felt like the back of my head, felt like someone was pulling it. Like I had a ponytail and someone was pulling the back of my hair. It was hot, but also uncomfortable. So
what? Wow.
anyway, no,
I didn't know if you were genuinely listing a symptom or like.
I don't know if it was warm or a joke.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, well, some
Sorry.
people get like pressure
No.
and heat when they get
I
headaches.
like
so
getting my hair pulled during sex. That's the truth.
I got it after you smiled when you said it, and you were like, pause for laughter.
Oh, ew. So I take off a hat. Fuck, that's disgusting. Man, Moses parted that. Fucking damn. That was
Moses
disgusting.
farted. You touched it, and your hand is
Ew.
like wet now, and I'm like, oh,
Ew. My head came.
it's stringy.
Anyway. So no, it was a good thing to get done, but I do want to get that little malformation checked out. She's like, "Oh, that's why you're so stupid. Your TikTok, it explains everything now. The tightness in your brain makes
Yeah,
you go."
You go into your doctor's office, like you're meeting a doctor for the first time, and they're like, I think I've seen you on TikTok. You make fun of
Dude.
the arch? Fuck you.
My grandfather.
Yeah, they're like, get out, turn around,
I made a second
establishment.
video, and like I pinned my comment in the second video, and I was like, if I get one more comment about someone whining that their grandfather built their arch with their sweat and tears, I'm gonna kill myself. It was so funny, dude. So many comments. I screenshotted them and sent them to the chat. All these people were like, "My uncle built that thing."
I
Like,
know,
no,
right?
he didn't.
And I'm like,
Shut up, Glenn.
Is it just because there's so much like incest in that part of the country that everybody's related?
That's all one family.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just passing the phone around to their other family members. Well, my grandfather. Oh, no, my grandfather. No, my grandfather.
My grandfather.
I am the grandfather.
Yeah.
I built it.
I built Ark.
I built this
dude.
family from my penis.
Shaped like the arch.
Oh no!
Wait, how does that work? I have to fuck them as they're directly on top of me, facing the same direction.
Facing the same direction.
Oh.
It's just like a seesaw.
What are we doing? Oh goodness! I told you that video was gonna be trouble, and now every fucking person here has recognized me now. I told you guys.
no.
So I had someone from work come up to my cubicle, and they were like, "Hey." So I saw this TikTok, and I immediately had a heart attack. My aunt somehow recognized it.
It wasn't even just somebody from work. It was like a management person.
Yeah, it was somebody above me, and I was like, "Okay, well, that's good." And then what? Oh, I went to Tanner's Orchard, which if Tanner's, no one's listening from Tanner's, fucking great orchard. Anyway,
Great orchard.
someone DM'd me,
apples?
and they were like, "Were you at Tanner's?" Like, I never said anywhere that I was at Tanner's, and they were like, "Were you at Tanner's Orchard this weekend?" I was like, "Yeah," and they were like, "I saw you," and I was like,
Huh?
"Oh, I mean, I kind of would have been cool if they said hi,
I'm
but I mean,
famous. They're
I
just
wouldn't
staring
have
at
approached
you.
someone at an orchard. I'm just here buying apples. I saw you from across the cornfield. Can I follow you home?" I wouldn't do that, but I mean, it would have been cool to have met somebody. But that's wild that at Tanner's of all places. I was with my family though, so I'm glad they didn't. That would have been awkward. Are you that guy from TikTok?
And then you're shut up.
Hey,
I bury him in a ditch in the cornfield during the corn maze. I'm like, why don't we go to the corn maze for a bit, guys? And like, what's that giant human-shaped sack that you're carrying with you? I'm like, nothing. Don't worry about it. But
The arch
that's
cost $13.4 million to build.
yeah, which in today's
In the
money is like
60s? In the early 60s? How much would that be now? Gee.
it's 150 today. They said, but still, I mean, that's less than like the normal big budget movie. So we could toss out a Pirates of the Caribbean and make another Arch and complete the McDonald's. Like, come on. This is a no thinker. The Arch 2.0. This time it's archier.
Yeah?
Some of that spikes.
Woo!
That's good. That's good. It should have spikes. You just look up and see a bunch of birds hanging off it. You're like, okay, well, maybe the spikes are a bad idea.
Badass idea.
It's funny though because I love St. Louis and I love the Arch, and everyone was getting super offended on like YouTube and Instagram. TikTok, everyone was fine. It's funny because
I've never
TikTok's
seen people defend a
fucking
what is that,
arch?
landmark.
Yeah, I was like, what is it?
Like if someone talked about the bean, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, no one.
What are you talking about my bean like that for?
People were so mad that they were dissecting my outfit. Like I saw a comment that was like, "You could tell from the top." Literally, this much of my shirt was showing, and they were like, "You could tell from the top of that."
He went to a different school that wasn't in the area. He's not a real St. Louis citizen.
They were so stupid, they proved their own point because he was like, "You can tell from the top of that emblem, that's the SIUE Cougar. That's not in St. Louis." I'm like, "Yeah, you mean the one that's 10 minutes fucking away from St. Louis, you moron?" I hate people. As if that would mean anything anyway. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing you couldn't see. I was wearing my Chicago Cubs hat during that video too. You just couldn't see it. They would have gotten so offended.
Oh, they would have went to town on
They would
that.
have slit their wrists. They would have been so pissed on that. I wish
And
they
let
would
the
have.
blood run from the top of the arch.
St. Louis is fun though, and the Arch is actually pretty cool. I don't know. I like it. I mean, which is why it's funny. I go there almost every day, and going up in it's actually pretty cool. I don't know what it is with me.
I just thought it was like
you didn't know that?
No.
Well, that's what I said. Like, I thought it was cool. Like, the person that built it seemed like heartfelt about the whole thing in general. Like, he, I guess, died before he could go up in it, which that sucks.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Oh, isn't that? You spent your whole rest of your life with building the Arch, and you're seeing it being built, and you die before you can go in it. That sucks. But anyway, like he was like, I want people to be able to go up in it, and I was like, well, that's cool. I mean, it could have just been nothing. Like the fact,
Is it
and
like
they
a
went through
roller
like
coaster?
In it, is it just
Yeah,
a
is
rusty
it- is it like-
staircase or?
Is it like a roller coaster? Like
so. What's cool is when I went as a kid, I'm pretty sure that the elevator doors you couldn't see through them. I'm 99% sure of that. And now they made the doors see through, so you can see all the way up. It's really cool. But basically, they talk about it because
the bugs and the rats. Sorry.
You can see all the slaves' bodies we used to build this thing. Just
no, they weren't slaves because these people are proud. They're like my grandfather.
yeah, true. No, but so basically they talk about it before you go up in it. But basically, because it's an arch shape, like you can't do an elevator and you can't do a ski lift because each, like a ski lift would drag and an elevator would turn sideways. So
Yeah,
they combined.
that's what I was wondering.
They basically created
It's a ski
new
lift elevator?
Yeah, actually, no, they created a new
It's a
elevator
Ski-Doo?
technology. Yeah, they created a new elevator technology to be able to get people up there like that. So you're
I was
essentially.
hoping it was just an elevator that chucks you at like 60 miles.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping too. I was like, is it like a roller coaster? That'd be pretty
It's
sick.
the end of a slingshot, and it's hollow. It's just the end of a slingshot, and they throw you through it, so you fly through the
that
whole
would
thing.
be sick.
Land
That's
on a trampoline on the other side.
missed
That's
opportunity.
dope.
Go
Missed
through the
opportunity. The arch is literally shaped like a slingshot. They could totally make it that
From
slingshot
physics,
ride.
it's
Yeah, they could
When
totally
you throw something in the air at that angle, that's how it would fall. So I mean, it would be perfect.
I was like,
We'll
they
make the
should
arch
totally...
too, and we'll do the physics for it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get so many lawsuits, but it'll be worth it.
I can't wait. No, and there's a huge. Well, so not only can you go up in it, but there's a giant museum underneath. Like, I mean, it's floors
Under
and
the
floors
ground?
of like basement stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. So they have a museum. They have a whole like food court and stuff down there.
Underground?
Yeah,
it's really cool, and it's like clean looking. Like it doesn't look like it, you know, like the subway from
Not
10
a
years
lot
ago.
of dirt.
Yeah.
Doesn't smell like piss.
And the doors are see-through, so on the way up, you can see they have an emergency staircase because you have to, because every time you have an elevator, you have to have an emergency. So there is a literal fucking staircase. This is the most janky thing you've ever. Well, not like janky
the-
looking, like unsafe,
like-
but like.
is it switchbacks?
But like, there's no symmetry to it. Like it's constantly changing shape because it's an arch. So it's just the wildest looking thing. And halfway up, there's just this random section where there's just a desk. There's just a work desk with like a craftsman thing.
There's just
and
a man,
screws with
typing.
a ratchet. Like, I'm just fixing the arch. Don't mind me.
Maintenance. Housekeeping.
He changes the light bulbs every now and then.
Oh my god.
He looks towards the elevator doors, and we're like, whoa. And he's like, help me. We're like, look at him working there.
I've been trapped in here for years.
The guy that built it, he's still building. I don't know, it's cool, and all for $15. I'm like, that's pretty cool. The only thing they need to do is they need to put like a mini bar at the top. That'd be cool. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room at the top. Looking at it, you'd think it would be kind of big. I don't know, at least I thought it'd be a lot of room. Not a lot of room, but it's still pretty cool. I don't know. It's a cool thing to do once and never do again. I ate a burger in the 5th basement of the arch. All right.
I need that on a shirt.
You guys heard my rant the other day that was like 10 minutes long about alternative milks.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
know they're not going to
Oh,
watch this.
sugar.
I know they're not going to watch this, but I'm going to go on and on about it, okay?
I watched it, dude.
Well, so
Feel
I
bad.
started. Well, and I had recently I switched. Like I already was using skim milk, which is essentially water anyway. But I got almond milk to use.
Gang.
I bought almond
milk.
milk to use at night so that I can have like a bowl of cereal.
So that you can warm some milky and fall asleep.
Eat it with
No,
your
but like I
peas.
can't really have like
Peas
dairy
and
before I go
milk?
to bed. It is. And my last meal is usually peas and apple with peanut butter, or peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
This man eating his prison meal.
and a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Whenever
free.
you send me videos of your meal, you're like, look at this hearty meal, and I'm like, this is really scary. They gave you your rations for the day. He's like, 3 hots and a cod, baby. And I'm like, oh my god.
I'm literally a small British boy returning from the mines.
It is.
Got
I'm
my
like,
peas.
And me oats.
yeah, he's like, peas, boiled egg. Oh, the boiled egg wrapped in the tortilla. Oh, that made me
How
so
else
sad.
am I gonna hold it? I don't. I'm just gonna grasp
That
an
made
egg
me
with my
so
bare
sad.
hand.
And then like just a fistful of plastic cheese. I feel so bad.
I know. At least make like a breakfast burrito. Like make it scrambled eggs instead of a hard boiled
I didn't have
egg.
time. I had to
You
get
had
out of it.
time to make a hard-boiled
You
egg?
can make it.
It's the hard boil I literally pull out of the fridge and the scramble. You have to sit there for 10 minutes. I didn't
Do you
have
even
10
heat
minutes.
it up or do you just eat it cold?
1 minute.
Eat what
you scramble
cold?
It. You
The
scramble
egg.
it.
The hard-boiled egg?
Do you eat it cold or warm?
Cold.
Oh, it's even worse than I
It's
thought.
even worse.
You
No,
ate
it's
a
not.
cold
That's how
hard-boiled
everybody
egg
eats hard-boiled
burrito.
eggs. That's how everybody eats
No.
hard-boiled eggs. Yes,
No.
it is.
No,
Egg
it
salad.
isn't.
It's cold.
Oh, well, that's a white person thing. That's what it is. That's what this...
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Dude, I
Fuck
know
you.
your farts reek, dude.
They actually
There's
don't
no
because
doubt.
it's
You ever had a soft-boiled egg, Daniel?
yeah.
I don't believe you have, because it'll change your life. You have it warm. It's delicious.
Yeah.
You put it in some ramen. It's delicious. I don't believe you. You're eating cold, hard-boiled eggs.
It's delicious.
You would never go back if you've had a soft-boiled egg.
I've had
Like-
one before.
like-
I'm good.
Like a medium boiled. I don't know
I
what
pay
you wanna
for the
describe
heat.
it.
I don't have time to.
They're delicious. They're so good. I'm
I
so
don't pay
sad
for
that I'm
gas.
allergic to eggs.
I only do this when I'm like on my own. Like if I'm out with people or on vacation. Like this isn't how
Then
I
I
eat.
eat
But
all
when I'm
my
on my
Except
when
when
I'm
you're
on
at
my
your...
well, when
Yeah.
I'm on my own, there's only so many things I can eat. So I'd rather be comfortable and eat weird shit than eat like normal things and shit myself to bed. Like
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I guess I understand. Lately, I've just been eating like Oreos all day, every day.
Dude, you're getting on him?
yeah, you know the one
no
day.
kidding.
You're just eating like a 5-year-old. What is this?
Yeah, I eat like so. My parents
piss girl is telling me how to
Yeah.
eat eggs. All
yeah,
right.
they keep buying me like those giant family-sized packs of Oreos. So 3 Oreos.
They, like a dog, like they're just keeping you quiet. Here, Juliana, take this, fucking animal. Shh. I
Yeah,
know you
they
can't shit. I know you don't have a bed. Just shut the fuck up. Here,
Yeah,
have
they're
some
like, "Here you
Oreos.
And the thing is, I've just been eating like garbage. Like I've been eating like vegan ice cream and Oreos every day. Like at least a whole pint of vegan ice cream and like at least like 15 to like 30 Oreos a day. And I've been losing weight, and it's not because I'm eating healthy, it's because I'm eating garbage. So I'm like squishier than I was, but my weight is like 8 pounds
We're
lighter.
gonna have to put this to the test. I'm coming there tomorrow.
It's because I'm eating like no protein. I'm getting like no.
You didn't have to specify. We knew there weren't any protein in Oreos.
What?
So much chicken in these Oreos.
Chicken Oreo.
So much sodium. Yum. And vitamin A. All right, buddy.
Yeah, and you know what? It's been making me crave sugar like more since I've been having this sugar. It's like all I
You
wanna
mean
eat
because
is
you're
sugar.
addicted to sugar that makes you want to
Yeah.
eat more sugar?
Yeah,
Wild.
it's like, oh my god! I just found out there's this like vegan donut place in Seattle, and I'm like, I'm going there this fucking
How
weekend.
about you go to a restaurant and grab a normal meal?
No kidding.
No. Hey, I went to Doughzone today.
And
I
what'd
found
you
out
have?
their
What'd you
dough.
have?
Their dough is made out of yeast, rising yeast, so I could eat everything.
Did you eat?
I had a lot of dumplings.
A lot. How many's a lot?
I had
One.
like I had like 15. I had like a pork dumpling, a pork and shrimp dumpling, a pork and
When she
A
when
chick-
she eats, she eats.
a chicken and some noodles, some dan noodles.
Jeez, the
No
fuck you
kidding.
ate your body weight. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Oh, and some wontons.
Do you know how much I can't? Here's how bad like my health has gone over the years. That when I was 17, before this started, and I could have in a meal, like I would eat normally in a meal like 2,000 calories. I total in a day now I eat like 2,500, and I can't eat any more
Whoa.
than that because it's like too much. It's wild.
You guys should see me eat because we're going to Colorado. We're gonna go. You guys would be disgusted.
You're the
by how
one
much I
that
can
ditched
put
last
away.
time. I'm going,
Okay.
so I mean,
Well,
you better come.
That's because what? I better what? Never mind. I'm not going now.
Aw, who's gonna come on the trip then?
No, I'm going. My friends, whenever they see me eat, they're just like disgusted, like by how much I can put away. Like when I just go out with a bunch of like people like double my weight, and they're like, dude, I can't eat another bite. We're like at a Korean barbecue, like eating all you can eat, and they're like, I'm like, keep it going. I need one more plate of meat. Bring it on. But whenever
you don't eat any other day.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, but
I've had
whenever
Oreos
I go,
for 30 days. I
Yeah,
need
but then-
meat.
Give me my meat rations.
Give me the protein to last the month.
But like whenever I go to restaurants, I basically just say like I'm vegan because it's easier to explain than like can't have any dairy, can't have any eggs. So it's just easier to eat like vegan options. So like that's what I'll go for. But the other day my mom was at Voodoo Donuts and my mom was like, my daughter's like vegan, but she eats meat. And I was like, why'd you need to share that with the like girl at the front desk? Just ask
Hi,
for the
my
vegan
daughter's
donuts.
a hypocrite. I'll have a vanilla cone.
Yeah. It was like, oh, you can give her the vegan maple donut, but like you can put the bacon on it. And the girl working there was just like, what? And I'm like, Mom.
Wait, there's bacon on donuts?
Yeah, vegan.
Voodoo
The
Donut.
maple.
Yeah.
Didn't Voodoo Donut just get sued because they're putting like Pepto-Bismol in their donuts?
I'm sorry, what?
It was on the news like a couple weeks ago.
I have to show you guys
On
something.
purpose?
Wait.
Yeah,
Look
for the color.
No
I
way.
swear.
Is that like what the
What?
purple one is? Is that why it's so bright?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh
if it's
my
the
God,
purple- I
my
thought it was
dad-
the pink one, Pepto-Bismol, but I don't know.
No, they don't have any pink
No
ones. The
fucking
box is
way.
pink.
There's no way that was a decision made.
Yeah, but
No
like
way.
my
It was on
my
the
dad
news.
my dad had the purple one the other day, and it's supposed to be like a grape flavored one, and I was like, oh, did it taste really grapey? Because it smelled like it did, and my dad was like, no, it just tasted like regular vanilla frosting, and I was like, why is it so purple? It said grape donut, and he's like, no, I think it's just the color.
It's like, I haven't had a heartburn in weeks.
Yeah, I know, right? And I was like, did he just have Pepto-Bismol frosting?
It's literally a grape with a hole punched out of the center. Yum.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess I forgot what Pepto-Bismol did. So it's, what is it, a heartburn medication?
Nausea, heartburn,
Upset stomach,
indigestion,
diarrhea.
Upset stomach, diarrhea. Yeah.
Ooh, Pepto-Bismol.
All of my problems, I better go.
Yeah, me too.
Have you not seen the commercial?
You never seen that commercial?
No.
That was my fucking jam
they
when I
sing
was
it.
in like first grade. Upset stomach, diarrhea. Ooh,
They
Pepto-Bismol.
literally still use that. Too.
I keep
Yeah.
making my childhood sound poorer and poorer to explain why I
Don't
don't know
the
any memes.
Pepto-Bismol jingle.
Yeah, I was like, how do you
We
not
were
know?
eating out of cans until I was 8. I don't know what that meme is.
I don't know what that is.
You'll have to raise your hand in the Zoom call. Okay, we have to keep this official.
Yeah,
no,
you have to
I-
use
I
the
don't
little,
realize that. I'm sorry. Use the
you have
little
to use-
function next time.
Yeah.
No, wasn't Bang Energy the people that made like a whole like campaign to get a younger generation? Put your hand down, please.
Put your
Stop
hand
laugh
down.
reacting, Jesus Christ.
Crying, laughing.
Was that your dog?
It looks like a coconut.
How do I stop? Oh no, there's a no.
No. Imagine somebody's talking in your meeting.
How do I
and they're-
stop?
And they're like, what do you guys think about that? No.
Yeah, why is
guys
that
like
an
that
option?
You like that idea, guys? No.
Hey guys, I'm leaving the company next week. Oh, okay,
Can't
never
get
mind.
fired. You can't quit.
I meant to ask you guys before we get off eventually, but with Halloween coming up, by the next time we record, Halloween will have, spooky season will have ended, which is a sad thing to think about. But I just was curious what you guys are doing, or if you're doing anything, what you're dressing up as. Oreo.
No, Oreo. I'm dressing as Dr. Pepper, baby.
Are you actually?
The
Yeah.
drink?
Yeah, no, I'm wearing my lab coat from class, and then I'm gonna wear like this little necklace of peppers.
What
I
the
like it.
fuck?
I like
So
it.
that everybody will be like, what the fuck are you? And I'm like, oh, you know what I drink? And then everyone's like, yes.
And she throws up.
And I start spewing out soda. I become
Dude,
like
get her
the
out of
drinking
here. She's
fountain.
gonna make a mess.
Literally, you eat Oreos and you're just smelling peppers all night. That's gonna be good. What were you doing, Nick?
I think I'm going to a haunted house either tomorrow. What's today? Thursday? Tomorrow, and then I think a Halloween party next Saturday. But my costume is like the jazz solo cup. I have every clothing
yeah.
item
Every
imaginable
piece.
with that print. I got the shoes. I got the hat. the shirt, the pants. Like,
Where are the
I'm all
glasses?
set. I do not have glasses. But I want to have glasses.
No. It's my birthday in 2
anything.
days, so I think I'm gonna
Yes.
do like a scary escape room, like a
Good. Just shit.
like
and fine.
yeah, like it's in the dark and I think they chase you and you gotta try
We're
to
gonna
like
be running
literally
away from
escape.
you.
Yeah.
Girl, they're gonna start beating you with bats. So why would you want to go to that? Oh, don't do that.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
That guy snoring always makes me laugh. It's so ugly.
Hi, my name is.
There was a whole week where every single video was that sound. There was literally a duck, and the duck was sitting there in this video, and then he goes, "Oh," and I was like, "Fucking damn it!"
It's so stupid, but it's so funny to me.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Just over and
Cartoon
over.
Sing it.
Sound effects and sirens.
Hi, my name is.
I meant to ask you, Nick. Did you?
Sorry. Winstead. I hate
so
that
stupid.
audio so much.
I hate it.
I like how you.
21.
Fuck you.
Daniel's trying to talk. And
No, it's just so
Stupid
funny. It
meme
keeps making me
compilation.
laugh. It's so stupid every time.
I kind of want to go after I go to dinner with my friends. I want to go to the. I was stretching like also my legs like this, like at the same time, just in case you wanted to know.
Funny number. Oh.
Senior of high school prom. This shirt is 6 years old.
Oh, I wanted to go to the Georgetown morgue, which is like this morgue in Seattle, where it's one of the
Bring back
like.
Dabbing with the dead dude.
No, it's like one of the biggest.
Oh.
It's one of the biggest like. And then it's like
Did you make a clown sound? Oh.
And then it's
What
like,
is this podcast? What have we devolved in? Wacky slash. Oh.
the Lego shattering sound effect.
My name is. Oh.
Animal Crossing sound effects. Everyone listening to this is like, I'm gonna drive up a bridge. I swear this. Hit or miss. No, that's what I was thinking of. Juliana did a few videos with that.
Oh yeah,
she's ready for it. She's like, I'm ready.
That's the one that they make me do impressions of, my friends. Yeah.
Because-
Who do you think you are? You were sucking dick for a foreign car. Gotta take that call. That song.
No, it's because every once,
Khalifa.
like every 3 months, you just do a video
I'm
of
like,
you singing it,
Lord,
but you'd
forgive me.
but you'd be singing it really pretty until you got to, you'd be like, Khalifa. You hit the balls like FIFA, and we're like, whoa. And then I would be like, haha, please follow me.
Will you be friends with me, please, on the internet?
Why
please?
won't she respond to any of my comments?
Okay,
I
well,
remember she posted like a mini story, and I'm like, we got to do a podcast. And it was foreshadowing. I
No
didn't even
way.
realize.
I think Nick did. Nick did
That's
like as
wild.
a joke. It was this one where I was like, I just tried to drink out of my fucking metal straw, and a giant fucking earwig crawled into my mouth, and I was just like drinking, and it was like, blah, 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 and I was like, eh. And then also at the end of the video, I started screaming because I was freaking out because I was paranoid from the bugs. You know, like when you think you feel a bug on your shoulder, and you're like,
I've got a great story after
oh,
that. Keep going.
and then I thought I saw a big fucking spider on my leg, but it was just a scab. So it's
Then I
just
saw the
me like
Hat Man.
slapping myself in the video.
Yeah,
and I'm
girl
like,
literally saw one bug on her straw, and she's seeing the whole bugtarium
Yeah.
sitting around her
Yeah.
room. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Bug on my straw. Is that a bee? Is that a bird? Is that a fucking beetle? Is that a... Girl,
It was-
calm
yeah.
down. You're on a subway.
It
Jeez,
was
fucking
like
Louise.
the thing is, there were wasps like everywhere in my house, but what disgusted me was the earwig in my mouth.
Literally, we can hear the buzzing in your Snapchats.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's a gnat in my drink.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
dude!
you made me
it
think.
made me
Okay,
so
so hold on, real
upset
quick before
because
I
I
forget.
whipped out this whole big like charcuterie board, and then I was like, oh man, I'm so hungry, and then I like slapped down this burger. I had my Dr. Pepper. I was so excited to drink it. I slurped
called
it
a
down.
tray.
I slurped it. You're like that's not very much. Okay, I did have cheese and salami and crackers
No,
beforehand.
you said a burger
but,
and a drink. Now
But
you're
yes,
lying.
yes. Okay, but that was beforehand. So I was still hungry. I was about to eat my lunch. I was hyped as fuck, and then the bug was in my mouth, like crawling around, and I was like, and I spit it out, and there's a big fat bug on the table, and I literally just threw my burger away immediately. I was like, no, sorry, Daniel.
What? Why are you saying sorry? Like what?
Because I'm just ranting.
He said really quick before I forgot, and then she
And then I was like,
continued for 3 more minutes.
Well, anything she's got to say is 10 times more interesting than anything else.
No!
I like how Nick saw a video of Juliana's and he was like, we should start a podcast. And it's like, he sees a video of mine. He's like, stay the hell away from me.
No! No!
Dude, I'm the one that wanted to
kidding,
be your
I'm
friend,
kidding.
and you were the one that was like, yeah, okay, bud.
You're like, I'm shy.
Did I really?
Yeah, we were in the group chat, and you're like eating dinner, and it was like 3 in the morning, and I was like, why don't you eat earlier? And you're like, can't. I was like, oh.
The one-word responses.
I was just genuinely
I
scared
guess
of people.
he's not interested. He doesn't want to be my friend, I guess. I can take a hint.
Well, that's what I worry about
Golly.
now, because there are people that like...
That's
like,
you when
I-
you're
like-
like,
well,
I
there are
only give
people-
one-word responses to people who comment on my stories.
So, what was I saying? So, so sorry about that, by the way.
You're good.
I didn't mean to. I get scared to be. I'm a burden. No, but after Bite was
Socializing
over,
is
and there were just people I didn't regularly interact with anymore. Like I reached out to them a couple times to talk and see like, hey, what's up? I just wanted to get caught up. And like after that, I was like, I'm just annoying. There's no, I shouldn't talk to them. Like I shouldn't do that because like they weren't reaching out to me. I was reaching out to them, and I was like, oh. So I just stopped, and I'm sure people are like, oh, so we got big, and he stopped talking to me, and I'm like,
Oof.
because there was one person that told me, they were like, oh, I was in a group chat, someone was complaining that like you're like that. I'm like, and I looked them up, and I was like, they literally have left me unread twice, and I was like, what a fucking bastard. I hate people. Why are people so intent on just making shit up? It's so mean. No, okay. Way back when you were talking about bugs, and I was like, I got a story about that before I forget. So I was at home one of these weekends. I went home for my sister's fall break, family weekend. We took pictures, blah blah. We haven't all been home in a while. Anyway, glad that we were listening to that far. But so I went out to go get the mail. It was like midnight. And there's a neighbor across the street. I don't really know anything about them other than that the one of them always is on the porch in the dead of night and just sits there and stares at things, and it's kind of terrifying. I forget they're there. Well, so I went out to go get the mail, and I reached into like it's like a lip, to open up the mailbox, and my fingers reached into what it felt like leaves. And I was like, well, it's not leaves because it's like I don't see any around. Why would they be in there? Opened it up, got the mail, closed it, and I was like, that was a weird feeling. What was that? And I kind of look. It was I'm not joking. Like people are like, oh, the biggest spider I've ever seen. No, it was the biggest spider I've ever seen in the Midwest. Because it fell out by like a web, like it came out of the thing and like dangled. It was huge, and it was so big that's what my fingers were feeling, and it lived. It was alive.
It shook your hand? Oh my god.
Literally, I put my
Howdy-doody.
fingers in there and crushed it, and it just...
Where are you?
No, it grabbed your
middle
hand and
finger
was
up its ass, and it's like, hey!
hey!
And this person on the
buddy.
porch across the street was watching me. She would have seen me like coming out to get the mail, reach the mail, open the mail, and then shut it, and then see me like reach down. And I literally, I'm like very cognizant of my language at home. I never swear at home. And as soon as I saw it was a fucking spider, like in the dead of night, I kept getting closer. I was like, what is that? And as soon as I saw what it was, I was so, like, I can still feel it on my fucking fingers. And I tossed down the mail, and I was just like, I was like, oh, fuck, fucking shit, fuck me, fucking yeah. And I was like going at it. And I was just like dancing and like I was so disgusted. I was like shaking my hand and like wiping it. I was like
Burn
looking over myself
everything.
for spiders.
Burn it all.
Yeah, and then like I got done and I was like, looked across the street and I was like, and I didn't see any. Hi, Anne. You're still insane. Yeah, okay, thank you.
You know, like the smiling man, like creepypasta, where it's like, why is that man just dancing and smiling?
Me?
That's what she thought. It was you. It was about you. Yeah. Oh, when I was talking about the morgue thing a second ago, that's like a really good like haunted house thing they have here. Well, it's a haunted morgue. It's an old morgue and it's one of the I guess like most popular unsolved true crime things in Seattle. Like the whole team of morgue employees. Yeah, well, like the whole like all of the morgue employees. I don't remember what year this was. Like the 50s.
People here. What's going on?
Yeah, like in the 50s or
gotta
something.
stop collecting them like this. It's not good for business.
Yeah,
They're paying us.
I don't remember what year it took
Smells
place,
bad.
but somebody broke in and like bound all of the employees in the basement and then caught the place on fire and all the people died and they all burned to death, and so that's why there's like people like that in the windows like on fire.
Sorry, what was that?
Like the
That
shadows
could not
on
have
fire.
changed direction. You were like, then they all burned and died, and that's why they're like, oh,
She did not do.
yes, she did.
She did not jazz hands.
How is it that I look so normal looking sideways and I look at the camera and I look fucking terrifying? Is this what people see when I'm on
Cartoon logic. Cartoon logic. You always see like 3/4 of their face, but the second they turn, you're like, really fast. Stop.
Is this like what people see when they're on dates with me? It's just like, pass the salt, please.
Hello.
I'll take
That's why I didn't make eye contact with you when we
Thank
hung
you.
out.
it. Aw.
I'm kidding. Stop.
Oh, okay. You just gotta tell me if my face
No,
is...
it's because you were so masculine it was intimidating.
Oh,
can
fuck you.
smell
I
the
know that's not
testosterone.
true. Yeah, off my really high voice. I'm literally, whenever I'm on the phone with, like, doctor people, they're like, wait, and how old are you? I'm like, 25.
They're like, "Hi, sweetie," and you're like, "I'm a man."
And she's like, I can hear the one testicle through the phone, honey. You're not fooling anyone.
My
All
brother-
I'm
right.
on the phone.
Tell your mom her hair doesn't need to dry at
That's my
10:30 at
father.
night. Never mind, he's fine.
He's fine then, dude.
What's he doing?
Misogynistic, Daniel. You only shit on the moms. Jeez.
No, not the mom's, just your mom, because she told you to kill yourself. That's why.
But you just
Anyway,
roasted his
relax
mom for
comedy.
drying her hair.
I didn't know it was his. No. I thought it was Juliana's mom. I thought it was your mom.
Oh,
'Cause
my mom
my-
doesn't come home until like midnight. You know this. My mom's never here.
That's a good way to end it.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.